Welcome back. Now, for me, when I was growing up, Remembrance Day always was focused on the two world wars, which was such a long time ago. So to help explain the significance of November 11th, I have with me veteran Aaron Bedard, who I believe has served a lot more recently than that. How have you served, actually?
I served in Afghanistan in 2006. I joined the Canadian Forces in 2002, just after 9/11, and I was a combat engineer in the Canadian Forces.
And what was that like, serving in Afghanistan?
Serving in Afghanistan, the temperatures there get up to 55 Celsius, 55 to 60 Celsius, and in comparison to our older generations of military personnel, we wear about 100 pounds on our back with armored plates, and it's not a conventional warfare. It's us versus the populace. You can't tell who the enemy is until they're shooting at you, basically.
Which has been really hard to deal with. I mean, even just to get your head around.
Well, psychologically, before Afghanistan, you 99% of the time knew who your enemy was because they had a uniform. In modern warfare now, we're fighting insurgents, and they blend in with the populace. So it's nerve-wracking because you're always on alert because everybody looks like the enemy, so 24/7 you're waiting for one of them to detonate themselves or kick off an ambush. It's a high level of tension 24/7 over there.
Always on edge, basically.
Always on edge. It's exhausting.
With that in context, then, with serving in Afghanistan, how has that kind of changed your view of Remembrance Day? How has it kind of made it more significant?
Like you, my World War II veterans and Korea vets those are the veterans. And that's what I grew up with. I got to meet Smokey Smith when I was in cadets in New Westminster when I was just a teenager, and he was the last recipient of the Victoria Cross, and those are my heroes. Canada became recognized as a country, not just a part of the Royal Empire, but became Canada as a result of their distinction of hitting Vimy Ridge and defeating the Germans on that hill where the British and the French could never do it. At huge losses, tens of thousands of men attempting to do it. And when I joined up, I joined because I wanted to be a part of that cultural history that is the foundation of being a Canadian more than just a veteran. It was very important that I served.
So, on November 11th, I guess what should I be remembering then?
Well, I think everybody out in BC, in communities, if you can get the time that day to show up at a ceremony in your community, and every community in BC has a ceremony, and to take a minute, if possible, to actually walk up to a veteran and meet him and talk to him and ask them about their service. And that's what Remembrance Day is all about.
Well, thanks so much for serving our country and chatting with me. More Go Fraser Valley after the break.